start back in the space when you're ready. Thank you, cool. So come and have a shake off back into the space, wriggle off through the arms and the legs. Just let your body arrive. Great. And then we're going to inhale and shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, soften and sigh them down. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, soften, sigh them down. Then we're going to inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. So you're just going to imagine they're there. Exhale, push down in front of you like you're pushing a big button. Cross your arms. Inhale as if you're peeling a big jumper off. And exhale and push the ceiling away. Inhale here. Exhale, you're going to round and contract over a massive beach ball. The abdominals draw back a little bit, soft bend in the knees. Shake out through the arms and unroll, unravel all the way up to standing. Take that again. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to push down. Inhale, take a big jumper off. Exhale, push the ceiling away. Inhale here. Exhale, hug round, contract over a massive beach ball. Relax the arms and unroll all the way up to standing. As you come up, let your arms come above your head. You're going to soften in your knees. So you're going to imagine my arms are really straight above me. Take a hold of your right wrist and yawn and reach over to your left. Good. Stand into the feet. Let the arms sweep back up. Soften in the knees. Take a hold of the left wrist and reach over to the right. Back through to center. Have a little shake off there. We're going to come and stand with a soft bend in the knees just to keep the hips square and level. Arms come up above your head, and then your right arm is going to go forward, your left arm is going to go back. So you're going to do a standing spine twist. And we keep the knees soft because we could easily just swing out through the hips. Then both arms come back up above your head and you switch. Left arm forward, right arm back. You might look at the back hand. And up. And switch again. Standing spine twist. Good. And switch. Standing spine twist. Nice. And up. Then you can crease and fold in concertina all the way down into a bit of a roll down. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Let the head, the neck, the jaw relax. And here we're going to take a little hold of either elbow and have a little sway side to side. Notice your head relaxes a little bit more here. And then when you're ready, you're going to sweep out. Keep a hold of those elbows. Sweep out over your right leg and come up the right side of the body. Go up and overhead like a little sunflower. Soft bend in the knees. Go down the left side of the body. And this just accesses your QLs, your quadratus lumborum, which can get a little bit tight. And then into the middle. And then sweep out over the left leg. Push into the floor. Come up nice and tall. Arms go up and overhead. And then down through the right side of the body again. Just hanging out in any areas that need your attention. Come back through to center. Relax the arms and unroll all the way up to standing. Feet push down. Pelvis comes back in underneath you. Spine cascades back into place. Have a little shake here. We come to stand with your feet in parallel. And we're just going to bend and soften in the knees, taking your half squat. We keep your gaze, your eye line, your chest tall. We take the weight back into the heels. And this is not a knee bend, this is checking the dorsiflexion of your ankle. Really vital for posture, walking, and really important for runners. And then you can pad through the feet. Big toe joint and second toe especially. So be careful of rolling out or sickling the ankle. Push and just have a little check in. Nice. Then from here you're going to go to the back of your mat, back of your runway, towel, floor, whatever you're using. You're going to inhale to lengthen. Exhale and soften the chin. Slide your breastbone, roll your ribs back up behind you. Just checking the screen. And take a roll down. Can you get your hands to the floor? You might need to bend your knees a little bit more. And can you walk out into a plank position? Crown of the head away from your heels, hands in underneath your shoulders, wide splayed hands. And in a plank, your weight is actually back in your feet. More weight in your legs will make it easier to hold here for longer. Don't be pushing forward into your wrists. Push back into your heels. Good. We soften the knees. Keep the toes tucked if you can. And sit back over your heels. Into a little bit of a child's pose position, but it's just a little yawn for the hips and the feet. Then round back up and we come into all fours, your quadruped position. Hands in underneath your shoulders. Knees in underneath your hips. Lovely. And then you can take your cat-cow wriggle here, pressing the floor away, rounding your spine, nose to pubic bone. Open your sitting bones, allow your spine to undulate through. Taking your time, relax your jaw. Use the floor, it's your prop, so use the mat. Press the front of your feet, your shins into the floor. And then come to tabletop, and we like to have a little tail wag here, so take a peek over your right shoulder to your right hip, left shoulder to your left hip, just having a little wriggle through. And any little wriggles that you need in between, of course. Good. Quite important to us in Pilates is your hip mobility. So you're just going to come and sit in the middle of your mat, feet out wide. I'll come back a little bit. And your hands can come back to support you as you drop the knees to the right and the left. Now as you do this, one thigh is going internal rotation, one's going external rotation. But the body itself is staying quite upright and tall and long. And you're having to find range in the hip joint. Good, then we're just going to do a hip mobility drill. You're going to send your legs out in front of you. This is your long sit. So trying to sit as tall as you can. Then you can open the legs a little bit. This is seated hip abduction. Sometimes that's a bit more comfortable. Then you can bring the soles of your feet together, come into your diamond. Sometimes that's way more comfortable for everybody. Then we can check in, crossing your legs and sitting tall. Then we can change the crossing because we've all got a preference. We've all got a favorite. Lovely. Legs can go back out. I'm battling with the sunshine today. Then your right leg comes in front and your left leg goes back behind you. This is your Z sit. It's not always level, it's not always comfortable on both sides, but it is something we explore quite a lot for hip mobility. And you can have a little roll off, opening through the hip, your standing leg, crease and fold, sit back down. And then we want to switch. How would it feel to bring your left leg in front and your right leg back behind you, which is obviously my happier Z sit to be in. It's the one I'm always in. And again, you can yawn open through the hip. And when we spend longer in that hip mobility, we come up and down. The happier your hips are, the happier your lower back is going to be. So always think above and below the area that's giving you a little bit of a niggle. Move what's above, move what's below. Great, and then we can have a little shake off. And then we're just going to take you to lie on your back briefly and put yourself into a bridge. So come to lie down on your back, maybe hug your knees in towards your chest, have a little shake off here. Your feet are going to come down onto your mat. Your legs are parallel, arms by your side. We're just going to check your bridge. So you might inhale here on the mat. Exhale, push down into your feet. And notice as you press your feet into the floor, your pelvis might take a little tilt. Belly button back towards the spine. And then you're going to reach your knees out over your toes. And you want your ribs to stay soft. So I don't need you coming up into a high bridge like in yoga. I want you to soften your ribs down and be a long, level ski slope. Good. And then exhale and lay yourself all the way down through your ribs, your mid, your lower back, sitting bones open. Inhale here on the mat. Exhale, stand down into the feet. Big tilt to the pelvis. Reach the knees out over the toes. They're really nosy. They really want to see what's out over beyond your toes. The weight again is in your feet, not shoved up into your shoulders. And then soften and lay yourself all the way back down. Good, let the legs glue together and have a little windscreen wiper of the legs side to side. And use one of those knee drops to the side to come up to seated. Fab. So that would be my normal warm-up in a Pilates class. Then once we've got you on the floor, we can take you into other exercises.